Capcom! Let's go!
Ready?
Let's do this! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Take this! Powered up! Must continue! Mega Man, powered up!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Mega Man Powered Up! Finally, I'm back, and finally, a new video, yay, woo! Hopefully I can keep this up, and this won't just be one of the only videos to come up for this year. Who knows? We'll see. Welcome to Mega Man Powered Up, a remake of the original Mega Man, and quite possibly, as I'll talk about a little later, my favorite Mega Man game in the classic franchise, but we'll get to that later. For now, let's jump in, hard mode, cutscene.
The year 2000X. With the advancement of science, humans were able to create industrial humanoid robots. A helper robot by the name of Mega lived peacefully in the labs of the foremost authority in robotics, Dr. Light. But then, one day...
I've been looking all over for you, Mega. We've got a big problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. The name's Wily, the one and only, the brilliant scientist, Dr. Wily. It may seem rather sudden to you, but I've decided I'd like to take over the world. Anyway, to begin, Dr. Light, I'll be taking your precious robots. That is to say, what's this? Helper robot? You're just a pile of scrap metal with no special abilities.
Our friends are in trouble, Mega. Let's hurry to the lab.
I'm not kidding either. I didn't expect to be so impressed with this game, but I was really impressed by this game. This game was amazing to play through, and I'll keep going even more about it after this cutscene.
Just as I promised, Dr. Light, I'll be taking them with me.
Stop, Dr. Wily. Stop, I say.
Farewell!
Wait! Stop! Dr. Wily! What insanity! Using my robots to conquer the world!
Professor, please, change me into a fighting robot.
Mega? What are you saying, my child?
Please, I really want to help everyone, but I don't know if I'm strong enough yet.
Mega.
All right. I understand. I don't like it, but sometimes such things must be done. I must make the necessary preparations. Roll, could you please assist me? I've adapted your arm cannon so you can acquire your opponent's abilities. They will then become your own, and you will be free to use them.
Well, Professor, here I go.
Listen, Mega. No, rather, Mega Man. Yes, that's it. From this moment on, you shall be Mega Man.
Let's go!
Mega Man's been modernized. Yay, we have all these front-loaded cutscenes to get us started in the story. Don't worry, there's less of them as we go on. But yeah, this is my favorite game in the series, I think. This game was fantastic and fun, and it runs really smoothly. This is probably one of the best remakes of a game that I've ever played in my life. And that's a pretty bold claim, but this game was that good, I think. I think this game was really fantastic. And I don't get why it's sold so poorly, but we'll talk about that after, because we're actually at the end of the opening stage, and it's time for another cutscene. Okay, intro boss. This is the Proto-Eye, the precursor to the big eyes that we'll be facing in the actual stages themselves. Pretty easy. He has no weak point. You can shoot him wherever you want. It doesn't have to be just right in the eye. Anywhere in the body is fine. Always make sure you're at one extreme end of the arena, so that his 3 jumps, 1, 2, or 3 jumps, he always winds up at the extreme end of the arena. Don't lollygag in the middle or like right next to him or anything, because he doesn't have a preset jump pattern of going all the way to the right and all the way to the left. He jumps where you are. So just make sure you're at the extreme side, just one of the extreme sides of the screen, you'll be fine. He'll shoot 3 shots, pretty simple. Cutscene.
Look! Everyone's going haywire and turning violent!
Please, my robots, your friends, you must stop them. For the sake of the world and all of humanity, I'm counting on you.
I rambled, but you get the point. Proto-Eye is very easy. Anyway, it's time to see all the Robot Masters we're going to fight. You're going to recognize most of them, but not all of them. Oil Man and Time Man, for example, we've never met before. This is the first time we'll ever be meeting them. We'll get to them in part 2, though. But you remember everyone else. You remember Fireman and Iceman and Cutman and Gutsman and Bombman and Leckman. You remember them all. So before we jump into the first Robot Master, let's take a look at what the options menu here in the Robot Select screen has for us. We can go back to the title whenever we want. We can see our records, adjust sound, the actual volume of the game. We can change controls to make him something that's more befitting us. We can save, thank goodness. We can auto-save, also thank goodness. I mean, not for me, because in case I mess up, I don't want to have auto-save on, but, for you playing, then this is great. This is all great. So let's move on and take on the first Robot Master, Cutman, on hard mode.
I'll finish this.
That is the only Robot Master that you will have that I'll let you hear the whole da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da thing. You get the point. It's the same as always, except the Robot Master says a cute little line afterwards, and that's pretty much it. Let's get to the meat of the game itself and why I like it so much. This is probably the most perfect remake of a game that I could think of right now, and I might think of something else as we go on. But in terms of the limited amount of games I've played, I think this is probably the best remake ever. I think. That's a pretty bold claim, I know, but I enjoyed this game so fucking much. I can't even begin to explain to you all the things that make this game so great. But let's start with the first thing, and that's I really like the difficulty select. We can pick difficulties whenever we want. We're not just bound by one difficulty like in Mega Man 2 or... I guess that's it. I can't remember any other games off the top of my head to let you pick a difficulty right off the bat. But the difficulty you pick in the beginning is not for the entire campaign. It's just for the intro stage until you finish fighting Proto-Eye. Then for every Robot Master you take on, and for every Wily Castle stage we go through, we can pick our difficulty again and again and again. So if you feel like taking on Dr. Wily on hard mode, go ahead. If you want to experiment and see the differences in normal mode and easy mode, which is pretty great for me, go ahead. If you want to compare and contrast how difficult bosses are in hard mode versus normal and easy, go ahead. Again, makes my job a lot easier. This game is fucking fantastic, and you probably already noticed as we've gone along, these little, not really blocks, but these little icons with pictures on them. I think we're going to come across another one in just a bit. Let's just see, take on that thing. Well, yeah, that little thing with the Metal icon on it. Those are construction packs. There's 36 in the game. I'm going to be covering how to get those in an extra video called the Construction Pack Location Guide. This game takes all the best elements of the original Mega Man Classic, but makes them better. That's pretty vague, but it's true, I think. All of the classic enemies and classic level layouts that we like, it's all here, but it's all been modernized. And if you don't like the modernization of it, it's even better because there's an old style mode that slavishly recreates all the stages to be just like they were in the 8-bit original. This game is so fucking good and appeals to everyone. I don't get why it's sold so shittily. The big eyes in this game as compared to the NES Classic, they can't be hurt anywhere. They can only be hurt in the eye when it's open. So, and there's no long hallways. lots of modernization. Here's a cutscene, though, to introduce the Robot Master. Right now!
Brother? I can't believe it! Dr. Wily was right! You've changed into a bad robot! Cutman, what's going on? You're an evil fighting robot now! I'm gonna stop you, Mr. Mega Man, and make you good again! Cutting it up!
Oh god, this game is fucking phenomenal! I love it so much! Okay, Cutman. Let's talk about how bosses work in this game. Especially in hard mode. Bosses have two attacks and movement, which is usually jumping or running. The regular attacks are, you know, what you'd expect them to be. There's Cutman's regular attack, the rolling cutter. It goes towards you and then it comes back to him, just like in the NES Classic, like a boomerang. But in normal mode and hard mode, bosses have what is called a critical attack. Here's Cutman's critical attack, the hyper rolling cutter. It's an ultimate attack. Bosses cannot be hurt during their critical attacks. So when Cutman is using the hyper rolling cutter, he cannot be hurt at all. But he's pretty easy. Actually, he's not. I'm gonna get to that in a bit, but in hard mode, these bosses are really fucking difficult and it's really fucking cool. And I'll explain why Cutman has not been destroyed yet. So much to talk about, not enough time. Here's another cutscene because, you know, well, not yet. We gotta get our power. This game is so fucking good and has so much fucking shit to talk about. I can't... Not enough time to cover it all, but here's a cutscene explaining what happened when I beat Cutman with just the Mega Buster. Here it is.
Well done, Mega Man. Thanks to your mercy and kindness, I can repair these robots.
Thank goodness! Right, Mega?
You battled and defeated my robots without destroying them and brought them home. It's all thanks to your efforts. You're a great help.
That's right. We can actually play as fucking Robot Masters in this game. God. Fuck. Oh, God, this game is so fucking cool. I love it so... Oh, I can't even begin to get into all the reasons why I love this game. Beating Robot Masters with just the Mega Buster lets you unlock the Robot Master to play as them in their own campaign. It's so fucking cool. I'm gonna cover that more in an extra video, not in the main playthrough. The main playthrough is just Mega Man and just hard mode. I'm gonna cover the differences between hard mode and normal and easy on an extra video as well. Also, by the way, sorry if I'm doing that or maybe coughing a little bit. I got a little bit of cold, but I didn't want to put off this commentary any longer because I actually finished recording these videos a while ago, like over a month ago, but then I got really, really sick with a sore throat, and then school started up again, and then I got a job, part-time job. I'm still doing volunteer work, so I've been busy, but I finally found time to finally finish up this commentary and this playthrough of this really fantastic game. I can't describe enough how great this game is. But anyway, back to the bosses thing, because you already know stages. I mean, they're differently designed than they were in the NES Classic, but they're true to the themes and the intent of the stage design of the NES Classic. Maybe not so much in the execution, but the intent behind these stages. You know, Gutsman is a downwards playing construction level, and Bombman is a factory. You know, you get it. You get it. Back to the point of the bosses, though. They're pretty radically different in between other modes. You'll see that more in the extra video. But in hard mode, bosses are able to do their special critical attack, like the hyper rolling cutter that you saw Cutman doing a few times in the boss battle. He can do that whenever he wants in hard mode. Remember, doing a critical attack a boss doing a critical attack, they're invulnerable. They can't be hurt by anything. In normal mode, they do it too, but they only start doing it whenever they want, after they've lost half their health. And in easy mode, they never do it at all. There's a few more differences, but we'll get into it as we actually start using weaknesses on bosses. So I'll cover those when that information becomes relevant. Enemy characteristics change in between the difficulties as well. The Sniper Joes are extremely aggressive and pretty much give you no opportunity to attack them at all unless you're cheating, just get really close to them and shoot through their shield like I did. But Sniper Joes are really, really aggressive and difficult in hard mode. Those wall things that you saw, I forget their names. Those wall things that you saw that go from wall to wall, that thing right there, right by the stairs, they're really, really fast in hard mode. They go at much more expected speeds in normal mode, and they're really slow in easy mode. There's a whole bunch of small differences from hard mode as compared to normal and easy. Mostly it has to do with the enemy speeds. It's a thing I'll go more in depth as we actually cover normal and easy modes in the extra video. So, for now, we made it to Bomb Man. Pretty easy stage overall, even in hard mode. So I'm gonna let this cutscene play out, and then we'll talk about Bomb Man. Alright? Here we go. By the way, I'll also talk about checkpoints and the differences they have in from hard to normal and easy. So here we go.
Bombs! Don't run off. Let's have a little fun with my explosives.
Bomb Man, that's really dangerous. Stop setting off bombs.
You should have come the day before yesterday. I had some big boom booms then. Don't cry now.
Alright, Bomb Man. In hard mode, Bomb Man does what he usually does with a little twist. He jumps around. Instead of throwing one bomb at you, he throws two at you. His critical attack is that giant fucking bomb he has there. He throws that bomb in two different ways. Bomb either flies right at you, no matter where you are on screen, just flies right towards you, or it does what you'll see it do mostly in this fight, which is 3 little hops in your direction, and then it'll blow up. So, depending on how he throws that bomb is how you're going to dodge. If he throws it right at you, then you don't want to be at one extreme end, because it's going to be pretty difficult to dodge. If he isn't at one extreme end, if it just does the 3 little hops, then, just time your runs so that you run underneath one of the giant bomb's hops, and that'll be that. Beat him with the Mega Buster, and you can unlock him for play. I'm not going to show that anymore, by the way. You already saw it once. It's the exact same cutscene. Play it again and again. Just, substitute Cut Man's name for Bomb Man's name, or Guts Man's name, or Oil Man's name, etc., etc. You get it. I'm not going to show that same cutscene 8 times. There's no point. It's the exact same thing. We get the Hyper Bomb for that, but before we move on, let's go ahead and show off the weakness for Bomb Man. It is the Rolling Cutter. That's right. It's different than in the NES Classic, I believe. Right? Yeah. It's different than the NES Classic. Should be. Because Rolling Cutter was Select Man's weakness. Right? Yeah, I think I'm remembering that right. Whatever. Point is, his weakness is Rolling Cutter. If you decide to use the Rolling Cutter on him, then... if you decide to use the Rolling Cutter weakness on him in the very first time playing, you're not going to unlock him. You only unlock Robot Masters for play if you beat them only with the Mega Buster. Now, the good news is, despite how unfair that may seem to some people, especially if you're playing on hard mode, it doesn't matter what difficulty you're playing in. Just beat Bomb Man or Cut Man or Ice Man or any Robot Master with just the Mega Buster, and you will be fine. Alright? So, if you couldn't beat him with just the Mega Buster in hard mode, try him again on easy mode, or try him again on normal mode. You'll probably be able to beat him with just the Mega Buster, and you'll unlock him for play, which is pretty cool. Speaking of cool, segue! Oh my god, lame segue, I did it. Woo! It's Iceman! Alright, seriously though, before I move on, talk about Iceman's stage. Bomb Man was not weak to Cut Man in Mega Man 1, was he? Let's see. Guts Man was weak to Bomb Man, and Elect Man was weak to Cut Man. Iceman was weak to Fire Man. Cut Man was weak to Guts Man. Fire Man. No, Ice Man was weak to Elect Man. Fire Man weak to Ice Man. Yeah, okay. So in the NES Classic, Bomb Man was weak to Fire Man. It would have to be. Whatever. I'm convinced that it's not the same weakness. Weaknesses are different because there's 2 new Robot Masters. That's my point. Fuck these things. Oh my fucking god. These fucking... Oh boy. You remember these guys from Mega Man 1, the footholders, the little platforms that move and fire blindly? I'll talk about the checkpoints, I promise. I've got to talk about these footholders because fuck them. This game's almost perfect. It's almost the best possible port of the original Mega Man Classic that there ever was. Except for one fucking thing. It's those footholders. I hate them so much. I hated them in the classic Mega Man 2. But in the classic Mega Man, you had the fucking magnet beam to counteract that. There's no magnet beam in Mega Man Powered Up. There is technically, but not in New Style Mode. It's only in the slavish recreation of the 8-bit original Old Style Mode. In New Style Mode, you just have to put up with these fucking things. Now, they counteract this by, in normal mode and easy mode, making the footholders a lot easier to manage. In normal mode, they go randomly wherever they want, but they don't fire as they do so. And in easy mode, they actually have a set pattern. They actually go left and right. They're very easy to platform over. But in hard mode, they are exactly as they are in their NES counterpart, and it's not fun. What I'm doing here is not fun. Nervously standing on top of that platform, hoping I don't get shot down, and hoping that the platforms, randomly decide to align with each other so I can make the jump. That's not fun. This is bullshit. This part of the game is bullshit. Every part of the game where there's footholders and, a bottomless pit or spikes down below, it's bullshit. It's really, really fucking bullshit. By the way, there's some construction packs I'm going to be getting during the main campaign as Mega Man. But there are some, like the construction pack you just saw, that are impossible to get as Mega Man. I'll explain more later, probably. Here's a cutscene with Iceman. Basically, you can't get them as Mega Man.
Reporting for duty! There's something dangerous up ahead, sir. Oh, freeze it at all costs, soldier!
I don't believe it. Iceman. Even a loyal robot like you.
Well, sir, Soldier, finish your mission! Stop and freeze!
Basically, there are some construction packs that only robot masters using certain powers can get. I'll explain. Iceman! He's not that bad. His critical attack is probably the tamest of any of the critical attacks. All he does is shoot down 3 icicles from the ceiling to, upset the playing field, the fighting arena, if you will. He doesn't actually have a super powerful attack. All it does is just, change up the arena a little bit for a little while. Besides that, all Iceman does is skate around towards you, towards one edge of the screen, and just fires his ice slasher at you. Sometimes he shoots down 4 crystals from the ceiling, and he's getting weaker. That's it, though. Iceman's pretty easy. But yeah, basically what I was saying, that block where the construction pack you saw last is only activated by a Lek Beam, but it's only activated by a Lek Beam if a Lek Man uses it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Some construction packs can only be gotten by Robot Masters, because only Robot Masters can interact with certain things, or only Robot Masters can reach certain areas. I'll get to them in the extra video, though. You'll see. For now, we got the Ice Slasher, and Iceman's weakness is the Hyper Bomb. It's, self-explanatory. Just toss the bombs at him, and that's it. I believe these bombs can also destroy his critical attack crystals. Yeah, see? So, yeah. And there you go. That's all she wrote for Iceman. Alright, let's move on to the final stage. Oh, no, right. I wanted to show this off. Some of the things from the menu. Basically, just like in the later Mega Man games, there's an escape function, so you can leave stages. You don't have to have actually beaten the stage first in order to use the escape function. Also, you may have noticed that when I originally used the escape function, my lives were at, I believe it was at either 1 or 0, but when you come back into a stage with less than the default amount of lives, in this case 2, where 0 counts, so technically 3, then you will be given the default amount of lives when you go into a new stage, when you go back into a stage. Basically, if you enter a stage, if you exit a stage with less than the default amount of lives, in this case 2, where 0 counts, so you have 3, then you will be given those lives back when you enter a stage again. Just like in Mega Man 8, except in Mega Man 8, it was a power-up, and here, it's just a thing they give you to make the game a little bit easier. This game's kind of an oxymoron with its difficulty. Little flip-floppity, if you will. There are some things this game does in any difficulty, even hard mode, where that makes it very, very easy, but then there are some fucking things in this game, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, who may or may not be watching, I think some of the hardest parts in the entire Mega Man franchise are in this game. There are some parts that are so fucking difficult, I can't comprehend how they're in this game and not in a game like Mega Man or Bass. Yeah, Mega Man and Bass. I can't even begin to comprehend it. You may have also noticed, because I've been rambling on about other things, I'm not doing Robot Master BIOS. This game came out after Mega Man and Base. I already did the Robot Master BIOS for all of the robots that there are BIOS for. Oil Man and Time Man did not exist before Mega Man and Base, so there's no BIOS for them. I'm going to read what's in the wiki in part 2, but that's pretty much all I can do for them. No BIOS, so what can I do? If you want to listen to these characters' BIOS, then go watch the original Mega Man Let's Play. She was back once again. Anyway, let's talk about those checkpoints finally. In hard mode, there's less checkpoints. That's all I wanted to say. They're flags with the classic Mega Man 1-up logo, but basically there's less checkpoints in hard mode than there are in normal and easy mode. That's pretty much it. Oh yes, this bit here. Basically, just like in Mega Man 8, I believe, if you die and you use special weapon abilities, it's all refilled when you come back, which is pretty cool and makes things very easy for yourself. But again, there are things that make this game very easy, but then there's things that make this game probably the most impossible to perfect out of any of them. I'm going to talk about it when we get to it, but holy shit, Wily Castle Stage 3 is so fucking impossible to do in one life in hard mode. I can't even... spent like 5 hours practicing that, I still couldn't do it. I'll explain why when we get there, but it has to do with the Robot Masters, basically. You know, I said Cutman and Iceman and Bombman were pretty easy, but I still got my ass kicked a little bit in the Bombman and Iceman's fight, you know? I still lost quite a bit of health in those fights. And that's going to play into why Wily Castle Stage 3 is so fucking impossible. But in hard mode, these bosses give you a run for your money. They're not so difficult as that you'll be dying constantly in the regular stages, but they're difficult enough that they're going to kick your ass a little bit before you beat them. You got to be really good to dodge all their critical attacks whenever they want, to dodge all their regular attacks. They can just be so fucking difficult. And you'll see it, because Fireman is actually one of the more difficult Robot Masters. He just is. This game is pretty. Sorry, let's go off on a random thing, but this game is really nice looking. If you've never played the original Mega Man before and are looking to get into it, this is probably the version you should play, in my honest opinion. It really is. Anyway. Time to take on the final Robot Master, Fireman.
Really coming? Fire! Burn! Burn! My justice burns hotly. Evil beware.
Fireman, why are you... I haven't done anything to you.
By the fire of justice, I am certain you are evil. Fire! Oh, fire!
I love Fireman's character. In the Archie comics, they use these personalities for the Robot Masters. It's fucking perfect. I love it. Fireman is really difficult. Holy shit, compared to Iceman. His regular attack is already difficult enough to dodge. His critical attack does so much fucking damage. Don't get hit by the critical attack. If you have to get hit by anything in this fight, and you probably will have to get hit by something, make sure it's his regular Firestorm and not the critical Wave Burner. Do not get hit by that fucking fire that, you know, goes along the ground. Just get hit by his regular Firestorm, that attack, and avoid getting hit by his Wave Burner. Because holy shit, that Wave Burner is so fucking powerful and so fucking devastating. Just take the hits from the Firestorm or even contact damage and just end him as quickly as possible. Fireman is really, really fucking difficult. Alright? Anyway, a couple of more small things before we end this part. First of all, after the results screen. Come on, let's go. I know, I did well. And after we get our power. Okay, after we get our power. Come on. It's Firestorm. We know what it is. We played the original. You shoot fire and you make a temporary little shield. It's cool. It's one of the better powers in the game. I know. Come on, come on. And here we go. Okay, first of all, his weakness, obviously, Iceman. I'm going to talk about this more in part 2, but there's another difference of bosses in normal and hard mode. It has to do with how bosses react to weaknesses. I'll get into that when we get to Oil Man, though. That's Fireman's weakness, Ice Slasher. Hit him with it a few times. Very easy, very quick. Sorry. I wanted to also show off the game over screen before we end this part. Just cause. It's a small thing, but, you know. When you die, you don't go to a special screen, you just stay here, and it's game over, and you get to choose to continue, or return to stage select, or save the game. It's fine, it's whatever, that's how it works. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in part 2. Have a great day. Bye-bye!